Who else you got playing?
You know, I have a few girls. I have Shakita, I have Hazel, I have Alicia. Sorry, it's a lot of names. Wendy, and then on the WNBA side, myself, of course, Angel McCartry, Diamond Shields, and Brittany Griner. And for me, it was like, okay, how can I empower women? Well, let's have the women that you see in sports.
I think it's fair to say the chain company would like to get back in the win column, but what's it going to take to get it done?
Dragon energy.
Yeah, to me, everything starts with defense. It's a cliche for a reason that the best offense is a good...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Our featured matchup tonight out in Toronto, where the Raptors will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, as good as they've been, they know this one won't be easy. Trying to steal a road win against a very capable team, and both teams are up for this one. Night after night, we're seeing the scoring prowess of Che. Has a string of 30-point games coming in. Kenny, do you think he can keep it up?
I think he can. He's been able to keep his focus throughout. I mean, how could you not believe in Che at this point, Ernie?
Honestly, guys, no surprise to see Shea hitting 30 night after night. Take it from me, somebody who averaged 30 a night back in 2000 without the free throws. Tough thing to do, but Shea can do it.
Did you call him Shea? His name is Che. What are you, Chak?
Oh, I thought it was Shea.
Che.
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 Like almost saying chair.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Che.
Yeah.
Thanks. Didn't know. I thought it was Shea.
Chak.
We'll be right back.
Che.
And the 76ers showing off their style as they arrived at the arena today. No shortage of fashion sense in this one. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, I spoke with Che about the history he has with Coach Ames. They're falling out at Bay City over an injury to a promising freshman, having to deal with each other in Summer League, during which time Che said they talked it out, and they came to an understanding. And I quote, "The past is the past." Guys?
David, fantastic report, thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
You know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during Summer League, but by the end of it, both guys were on the same page.
And here's a look at some numbers for Embiid.
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the 3 slot. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Miracle Man is out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position.
A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Here's Miracle Man. Off target with his 3. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for you, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying it. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense, with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it, when teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
And not sure if you saw the news, but Shea has once again been named Rookie of the Month. Wow, Rookie of the Month. What a rookie season, Greg.
Well, when you win multiple Rookie of the Month awards, you are on the fast track to some hardware at the end of the year. Great season from Shea, and he's earned the recognition he's getting.
From deep three-point range, out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at the 76ers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I feel like Toronto, they're doing what we all expected, playing an exceptional brand of basketball, trying to take over that top spot.
Here's Simmons, cans the 12-footer.
I think this is what we all want to see from Simmons, more of him expanding his game and working in the jump shot.
Here's Miracle Man, Richardson covering. Elbow shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. Launches it. Rebound by the Raptors. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game right now. First one falls for him. Players are sure racking up a lot of miles, Clark. A lot of games, a lot of flights, a lot of late nights, early mornings, but in some ways it must be easier these days than it was, say, 20 years ago when you were playing.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights and 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. Heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from Miracle. Embiid finds Simmons. Little turnaround. The 76ers with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Ball stolen. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
I tell you, Embiid's teammates absolutely love setting him up. I mean, they know he's going to finish strong every time.
No good from Miracle Man.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Toronto with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Miracle Man. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight, to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Here's Thibault. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Back to Horford. Clock at 6. Fades. Offensive rebound. Embiid. And that's off the glass and in. Embiid's got 6.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
Here's Miracle Man. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Ibaka, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now. Eight points. For him. A new group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Murray comes in for Norman Powell. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Davis. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Ben Simmons in for Shake Milton. They've got Miracle Man, also Lowry out there. Murray out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Down low, here's Burks. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Burks has got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. They double him with Horford. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 11 points.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Simmons, that's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside. Latrey. Here's Boucher, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Boucher's got his second bucket of the night. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Embiid, the pass to Burks. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And, you know, Kevin, Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Passes to Horford. Simmons on the wing. Now recovering. And Simmons kicks to Burks. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists now tonight.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Toronto calls timeout.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lowry.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Ibaka, the pass to Miracle Man, the layup off target. And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and pass like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability. Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
That one is off. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play. And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
The Raptors have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Horford the pass to Thibault. Tipped away. Back to Horford. Takes a three. And that's collected by Miracle Man. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt, the 27th pick. Back in 2016, now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA.
And Toronto making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Simmons passes to Thibault. They get it back. The Raptors have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 to 10. Count that one from Van Vliet. The 76ers trail by 4. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Simmons passes to Thibault. Off target from outside. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Brooklyn.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Van Vliet looking around. Here's Miracle Man. He's got 14. All alone. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Well, here in the midseason, you have to be impressed with the way that Shea has come in and improved his game. Never stopped working, and he is clearly a player that is going to help this team for years to come.
I don't think, Greg, many people figured Shea would have this kind of impact on this team this early in his career. Here's Thibault. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Miracle Man's got 5 rebounds tonight. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Miracle Man in their last game against the Hawks got the job done. He contributed 51 points, and it was impressive how many times he was able to get himself to the foul line and capitalize. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Philadelphia making a change here. And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 1. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We got to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this.
Good stuff, Trey. All right, keep that intensity in the second half. We got this.
No doubt.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Miracle Man having a dominant impact in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Taking a look at the 76ers. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled it.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 5-point game. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Thibault. Toronto grabs the miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Richardson, no luck. Toronto leading by 5. To the middle. And there's the bucket from Miracle Man. Miracle Man's got 20. Once again, Shea was named Player of the Week. Great set of games for him. So not exactly, Greg, a surprise.
And what he did for his team the last handful of games can't be measured on just the stat sheet. He was everything you want from a player, and the league rightfully acknowledged that.
Inside, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Richardson outside. The pass to Horford. Just 5 to shoot. Simmons passes to Horford. Takes the 13-footer. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
To the paint. And he banks in the layup. Ibaka's got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Here's Thibault. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Horford trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Embiid. Embiid's got 15.
Embiid is a very assertive player, a player who fights the defense on these contact finishes and does so with confidence.
Toronto calls timeout.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Korkmaz is checked in. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. Boucher passes to Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
The 76ers trail by 9. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Back to Embiid. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Miracle Man. 22 points for him. Takes the 13-footer. They get it back. Second chance shot, and Embiid with the block.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The 76ers trail by 13. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Burks. Takes the 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight, and the shot goes in. Powell's got 9 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working.
Oh
my
great
goodness! That was special. And the amazing moves of Simmons. I mean, he's just so much fun to watch when he's got the ball in his hand.
Trying to get open is Burks. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia has gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Miracle Man, the pass to Siakam. Good work defensively by Horford.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 8th assist in the game.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Van Vliet passes to Miracle Man. Comes up empty down low.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Passes it to Horford. Here's Korkmaz. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burks. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got 5 rebounds tonight. Miracle Man, the pass to Van Vliet. And he's good on the 3-ball. Van Vliet's got 17.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Burks against Powell. Here's Korkmaz. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. 6 points for him.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Bangs home the trifecta. And that's 31 points for Miracle Man.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Boucher. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Now here's Simmons, covered by Van Vliet. Simmons against Siakam. Korkmaz passes to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off, and Embiid throws it down.
Tell you what, the offensive game of Embiid, ridiculous. He can score in so many ways.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside. Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw good. Here's the pass to Thibault. Now here's Embiid. Pass to Thibault. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. That shot no good. Good D by Siakam. Toronto leading by 8. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Miracle Man, and it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Miracle Man, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Here's Thibault. Back to Horford. Pass to Thibault. Shoots the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Raptors moving the ball around. No good from Miracle Man. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Milton. Passes it to Horford. Back to Simmons. And they double up Embiid. In the corner, Horford with it. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's now 7 points for Al Horford.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Brooks is checked in. On defense, Philadelphia. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the 76ers call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Miracle Man.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Embiid dishes to Simmons. From the stripe, they get the rebound. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Burks.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And the 76ers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Ibaka against Simmons. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks, recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
And there's the pass to Anunoby. Here's Miracle Man for the three. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia, trailing by 4. But they'll get another chance. And they get it back. Horford kicks to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Snatched away. Here's Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Miracle Man.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Simmons. Feeds to Embiid, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
The big man is so skilled and has such an infectious personality. Joel Embiid is hard not to love. I mean, he just oozes that kind of attraction. I mean, his potential, unlimited.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Burks with the steal. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Free throw good. Burks.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Siakam outside. To the paint. Here's Miracle Man. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Miracle Man, guarded by Simmons. Here's Miracle Man. Pocket 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Embiid. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Timeout called, the 76ers. They're down by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Pass to Simmons. Works with it. Covered by Van Vliet. The 76ers with another miss. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum,
especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K. We'll see you later.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
I don't know, Shaq, man. I have to say my passing and my scoring. I mean, they go together, so how do you pick? That's like asking someone which one of their 2 children are their favorite. That's just something you don't do, you know what I'm saying? But I've learned that from a personal experience. You don't go down that road.
Well, I have 6 kids, and my daughters are my favorites.
What's up, kids? Show them who you rep. Hey, I get the fans a show.
Really strong play from Che recently, but I want to talk about something I like to call perspective.
Okay, say it with me, everyone. Stop hating Hank.
No. Look, I'm not here to tell you Che's a bust. I'm not here to tell you he's no good, but I am here to tell you that he hasn't done anything yet.
Nothing? Way harsh, Hank.
Look, you know I love Che. I think he's got all the potential in the world. But when I see people out here talking like he's a Hall of Famer already, look, I gotta pump the brakes. I'm sorry. Can we let the kid earn it first, or what? Greatness is about consistency. And until he proves that he can do it again and again, year after year, let's hold off on anointing him.
Do not anoint. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200